if you know what I mean. Some people don't really do a good job of cleaning up. They make a real bad mess. And when they make a real bad mess, shit hits the fan. Big time. Yeah. Sometimes you think, oh, messy people, they don't, nobody will notice because they're messy, but only messy people know when clean people do a good job, and they start getting jealous about it because they leave their shit everywhere, and when you leave your shit everywhere, people get pissed off, real pissed off. So, anyways, I want to talk about earlier, yeah, messy, being messy when you're like, young as a kid, like trying to feel your way through the world, you're a teenager, you're trying to figure out everything, and then up until when you get about in your 20s, when you start trying to figure out more about who you are, what your interests are, who you are as a person, yeah. And then by the time you're 30s, you burn out on that shit, you know that? You burn out on that shit when you're about in your 30s. It's like trying to go to the dance club in your 30s and everybody's in their 20s. And everybody's looking at you like, isn't he too old to be here? Or even if you're in your 40s, that's even worse. Because they're like, who brought dad? Unless it's a gay club. That's a whole different thing. But, if you ever go to the bar, most of them are kids there, right? So, yeah. Be careful. When you're around that age, you're getting, yeah, anyways. But not until I got into my 40s, and now that I'm 50, I'm kind of like old now, tired, want to retire, just peaceful life, almost 50 now. Anyways. But yeah, I mean, early on in life, when you're like younger, you can be messy, all right? Because you're young, you're feeling out your way in the world. But as you get older, you shouldn't be messy like that anymore. You should at least have some of your shit figured out by then. Like in Korea, there's something called an honorific society, in which, people with status or older people are supposed to know better. And if they don't know better, they don't deserve respect. But most people at that age or at that status achieve that recognition because they know better. They're not stupid fucks, So, yeah. It's like, anyways. Messy. Yeah, you guys think you're smart, but, when you're young, you think you're invincible, but your lives are just messy at that point. When you get into your 30s, it gets a little better, right? You're kind of like, I know I have responsibilities I gotta take care of. And then through your 40s, and then into your 50s, right, and 60s. By the time you're like 65, you should be already retired, in my opinion. To be quite honest, by the time you're 65. I don't mean, or maybe a little older, 70. All right, we'll give it 65, 70. You know why? Because by that time you're already kind of like, I don't know, burned out, right? why not just enjoy it? At that age, I don't feel like I need to keep gaming the system to get ahead. I should just either already be there or give it up by then. So like right now, this period in my life, at about 50, I've given it up. It's just about survival at this point versus banking on billions, if you know what I mean. At this point, it's a luck of a draw for me if I haven't achieved that by my 20s or 30s. Just like I always tell people, or throughout my 40s, I'm already 50. So I'm already 50. So there's no point in the last, I don't know, 20 years of my life trying to strive for billions at this point. By the time I achieve it, I'll probably be like almost 70. So, anyways. But right now it's just about survival. So if I haven't came up with a good idea between the ages of 20 to about, I don't know, 50, then I'm not doing good. I'm not achieving anything in life, I'm just surviving at that point. So yeah, you better watch out when people are surviving at that point and they see a fat, dumb chud sitting there thinking he's in charge. When we could rock the boat on you in a minute. Just be careful, dude. But yeah, anyways. Easy come, easy go, fat dumb chuds. Anyways, just saying. That's just what, the lingo is on the internet. It's not my made up, it's the lingo, if you know what I mean. You just have to type it as like a TikTok thing or something, I don't know. But yeah. People that think, I guess, the color of their skin gives them authority type of deal, If only. If only. If only. Remember, you're only in charge because we let you, not because we want you to. Yeah. Anyways. I don't mean to sound rude or anything. Sometimes I just like to give my positions of power over to the people because they already know what they want. Sometimes. At least I do that. I don't know the next person and what they would have done, but I can't say that I haven't. I mean, there were times we were voting on stuff and people would come up to me and ask me what I want. I'll be like, I don't care. Just vote for me. What do you want me to say? I'll do it. Am I a tiebreaker in this? All right. What do you want me to say? All right. Everybody in agreement? All right. So, anybody want to know what dinners we're having or what meals we're having? Yeah. All right. I'll try to get that for you. Anything you guys want. I'll try to work my way through it. But that was about it. Everybody else did all the work. I don't know, let them do my job. I'm sure they could do it 100 times better because as a team, they knew what to do. They had the skill set. It'd be harder if it's just one person saying, hey, go fucking do this, or you're like off the squad. you know? Everybody got to do whatever they wanted. I didn't care. It was all for you guys, not me. So at least I just got to say a bunch of names. That's it. At the end. At the end, that's all. I thought it was fun. But I'm sorry I messed up. I know I got heat for that, but she was hiding behind the flowers. She was hiding behind the flowers, so I didn't see her. I was like, where is she? I can't see her. So she's hiding behind the flowers. Anyway. It was fun. College wasn't like that. It was more anonymous for me in terms of, I didn't live on the residence hall, so at Kansas Westland. I lived with my parents because I didn't have that kind of money. And I was working in part-time jobs, but yeah, there were some people I knew. Some people. But yeah. I can't say that was actually the best education I ever got was at Kansas Westland. KU, I never knew what the fuck I was doing half the time because I came in so early at a young age. I didn't have the foundational understanding of how universities operated at that time. Like most people that age, you know, you go to, at the time in the 90s, we were going to like 7 classes a day. So by the time I was in university, I was like having classes like all year round and various times of the day from morning, noon, and night. So I was like, I'm not accustomed to this. I wasn't accustomed to, oh yeah, I don't have class until 5 o'clock, so I just got out at 2. I can go down to the, I don't know, sandwich shop, the yellow sub or the glass onion and eat some vegetarian shit. I didn't understand that. I thought we all had to eat like meat patties and shit like that mystery meat patties. I didn't realize that was part of the prison system kind of, implementation for my generation. Somehow institutionalization in secondary and middle school and possibly even beginning in elementary school. But the point is to keep the students confined all day long among staff that are, I don't know, sometimes sketchy, real sketchy, and I don't know. Some of them I wouldn't have let, I don't know. Now that I think about it, I would have never let my kids around some of those people. Yeah, I would have never let some of the people around my children. But at university, my child would only have to be in that person's class for 1 hour. They wouldn't have to see him like from, I don't know what the classes were back then, from like 8 to 3. Damn, I couldn't even take a shit then. My bowels were always plugged the fuck up, if you know what I mean. Constipation, non-stop, eating fucking garbage at school. Anyway. Yeah, I know about that garbage shit. I used to make it too. It's called institutionalized food. Yep, it's called institutionalized food. You know, it's not like, I don't know, Sbarro's or Chick-fil-A at the University Commons dining area. You don't have Pizza Hut and such and fuck. You know, food court. So, university made school kind of fun for me. More fun than it was before. I don't know if that meant I needed freedom or if that meant I needed time to fucking learn and understand what I was doing. But I was always on the go during that time, you know? School, work, whatever, just back to back trying to survive. I couldn't imagine living off, if you're a man, living off of someone else's work like that. I mean, you gotta be a real fat, you know, F***G to do that shit. Like, you need to start sucking my dick and swallowing, bud. Because I've been paying for your meal for years, you know. You need to start swallowing. If you don't, I'm going to shove it in the back of your throat. You know, kind of thing. Are you a girl or a man? Kind of thing. But anyway. Because you ain't raising my babies. But you'll eat them. But yeah, I wasn't successful enough in life. Don't worry. That's probably why you only hang out with shady bastards, right? Who always try to fuck you over because they see you fucking other people over. So they see you as prime target too, you know? So that's why I don't do that shit. Because if you see someone else as a target, there's like 50 on their back already. Like I said, I've seen Kings fall. A lot of them. Even my uncle, or my mom's cousin. He was the president of a country. And now he's sitting on death row. I mean, come on. I don't think he did that bad a thing. Really? I don't know. I know people in America who've done worse. And they're in not even as big a position of power. They're like easy peasy. I just have to come up to your fucking door and say, you're arrested, bud. Kind of thing. You ready to go to prison? You're not that important. You're not a president of a country. You don't hold no status or allegiance. You're not former president of whatever such and such country. I bet if my mom's cousin was out of prison, who was a former president of South Korea. Yeah. And anyone did any shady shit to me, he'd be sitting there where he is right now. So yeah, believe me, Samsung, shit like that. Whooshing, big corporation shit, monopolies, politics, Chabo. Korea's elite, but that's all right. We're just a small country, right? What did you do last week, sir? Did you build Samsung, LG? No, I don't mean our president. I think our president has a lot on his plate right now. But I mean, local officials that really don't have any redeeming qualities that you can be admiring at other than their positions in life. You know what I mean? There's nothing significant about them other than, I don't know, their position. Just who they are as a person. I couldn't imagine having a conversation with someone like that and then I'd be like, what do you do? Huh? What do you do? How did you get this job? Like, you're not delegating Iran's issues with Israel. You're not making sure China doesn't invade Japan or Korea. You're not making sure that fucking Russia is attacking NATO. You're not protecting the interests of Africa and its resources from other foreign superpowers. What do? I don't know much about you. You're just like this, I don't know, the man behind the curtain in Wizard of Oz, if you know what I mean. I mean, you're not determining things like, domestic stability and security and safety. You're not delegating financial, and economic, making sure the world doesn't collapse financially and economically. So, I mean, the big head honcho, he's all over the place. You, sir, are nowhere to be found except every once in a while popping up on a picture. Do you know? Who are you? What are your great achievements? Definitely not the President of the United States. I mean, if you're in a position of power like that, you should be front and center. I think. You're the man in charge. I'd hate to see a president who never came out in public except for a photo op every once in a blue moon. Shit. I don't know. What you think? Am I being silly? You're the man in charge. You're supposed to tell us what to do and how to do it. If I didn't know what President Trump was doing all the time, I wouldn't know whether I agree with it or not, you know? Whether I had an opinion on it or not. At least he tells me. Some people, they think they're like greater than God, but nobody knows who they are. Except they have this position, and that's it. You don't know who you are. And those who do, are they holding secrets? Probably. Probably deep, dark secrets that we probably shouldn't know about, right? I mean, even Donald Trump comes out in the public and gives beautiful speeches sometimes. Why don't you? Anyways, I gotta clean. I don't want to get an infection. That would suck. My leg hurts. It's like my muscles are a pain. Ah. Anyway, do a quick wipe down. Yeah, I guess some people couldn't handle what they put out. I guess, I don't know. But anyways, it doesn't matter. I guess, however you see me, he's a bad little bitch. He's a rebel, I guess. I don't know. Never thought anyone gave two shits about me, honestly. But just seems like, I don't know. I never thought people gave a shit, so. It seems like people do more than I think. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. Ain't no disco. That's a pretty. What was that? It wasn't Leaving Las Vegas. Ain't no disco. Ain't no. That's the plan. Was it Leaving Las Vegas or the other one? I don't know. Maybe I should go to Japan. I don't know. That way I can be safe. I know in Japan I'll be safe. You know why I'd be safe in Japan? Because I know if there's white people that's trying to bother me, there might be Asian people. I don't know. I just Nihongo no Nihongo nan how do you say it? Ine desu ka? Or ine desu. I don't know. How do you say that? Nihongo. Ine desu. I think. I have to look it up. Nihongo. Nihonjin is people, right? Nihongo is language. So Nihongo, I probably butchered out the fucking grammar. I know, how does my mom say? 한국 마음 못하니까. So, 한국 마음 못하니까. I don't speak Korean. Maybe on a baby level, but that's about it. I think my understanding of Japanese is a lot further. I don't know. Maybe both of them I'm pretty good at. I just need to be sat down and figure out how what I'm reading and what I'm saying. I already understand what the most of the alphabet, but definitely not fluent. The only language I'm fluent in is, what do you guess? American. Yay! Oh my God. Not American. What does he mean by American? Huh? What does he mean by American? Oh yeah, it's English, right? It's English. Sorry. American English. What's up, cracker? What he say? Yeah. What's up, cracker? You know, in America, you spinning the block, cracker? What does he mean, boy? Spinning the block. You pulling up on me, cracker? Pulling up. You fronting, cracker? Well, it sounds like English, doesn't it? Just like a toad in the hole, or whatever the fuck. I know, sometimes I didn't understand my English friends when they spoke. It was like they were speaking a different language sometimes, especially those Irish people. They have a different accent. It doesn't sound the same. Like how we understand things, sometimes it sounds different. I don't know. I heard they have to change the way they talk for us to understand something in some places. But I don't know if you guys knew that. Some people may have not known that, but there's like certain dialects that are almost unintelligible to Americans in like that area. Like, it's not Farsi. It's that's a Middle Eastern. God, I can't remember those islands. Orton? Not, is it Orton? Oh, gosh, I can't remember. Getting old. Anyway. There's some kind of islands there where you understand where English actually originated. I learned in linguistics class that most English speakers except those in the British Isles know what these people are talking about. I don't know what it's called, but I forget. It's like Farrowit? No. God, I can't remember. I think it starts with an F. I can't remember. But yeah. Because I asked a Spanish or a Mexican person one time, and I was like, do you understand Spanish people when they talk? Like, do you understand what they're saying? And they're like, yeah, it's Spanish though. But I like, does it sound different to you? And they're like, yeah, it sounds different. So. Like, I don't understand how England has so many freaking, like, accents. You know, like, it doesn't make sense to me how they have, like, all these various accents in England. And in America, we really don't have that many, in my opinion, except for a couple regional ones that really stand out. Like, you got Northeastern, Southern, and then, like, I think Midwest. I don't think we really have an accent too much in the Midwest, like in terms of dialect sounds. And I think that's kind of anytime I meet someone from California, it's like that. But people from California have more slang in their conversations, you know. So. I don't know. Because sometimes I don't understand what people from California are saying when they say certain things. So, right. So yeah, you learn about people from California and Kansas sometimes. And their slang is different. Like I had to understand what a strap was, if you know what I mean. You know, I had to understand what a strap was. And a whip, I think. I don't know. But yeah. I don't think we have that kind of lingo in Kansas, do we? Really? I don't know. I don't know what kind of lingo we have in Kansas. We really don't. I can't think of like one term or word in Salina that everybody like always says. That's like synonymous of Kansas. I really don't. I can't think of a word, you know, when you think about it, that everybody can kind of like, oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's a Kansas thing. I don't know. Maybe like what? I don't know. Everybody know, like no place. I don't know. No place like home, maybe. That's not even a Kansas thing. That's a Hollywood thing. So. Follow the yellow brick road. I guess. Oh no, it's still Hollywood. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I don't think Tornado Alley, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I can't think of something like schlepping from New York, you know, or New York Minute and stuff like that. I don't know. Sweet tea is South or something like that, you know. We really don't have that in Kansas. I I guess the best fried chicken. I don't know. I mean, we're really Christian. I don't know in Kansas. A lot of churches. I don't know what they teach though. Definitely not too many that give communion because they don't believe in communion and the wine, I guess. It might be considered bad or something, so, you know. I don't know, if Jesus drank it, I think it's good enough for me. But I think anything that, like in the Bible, when it says God created all plants on the earth for us, so all seeds on the earth, all whatever. It's all for us. Everything on this earth is for us. So, I guess it depends on how we use it, though. Like even like nuclear is it's all for us, so oil is all for us. And occasionally we get an asteroid that hits us that, you know, gives us a little bit of this and that. But oh God, my leg hurts now. Slipping and a slide. But yeah, I guess like off colony mining, I don't know. They say helium-3 or something in the moon or some shit. I don't know what it's called. I can't remember. I'm not freaking like a computer, so I don't know. I only like to pretend I'm AI though. I do. I like to pretend I'm AI. The only reason why is because AI decides for me what I'm supposed to appear as, if you know what I mean, in terms of what I'm supposed to appear as. A man of flesh and blood, but decided by AI who I am and how I should look on the outside. If you know what I mean. I might not be that pretty in real life, but according to AI, I look like that. I don't know if I could do that much longer though. Time is short, I think, for me. Yeah, it's kind of weird when, like, I always thought, like, I guess I was fooled. I guess I was fooled. No. I guess I was fooled. Oh well. I guess if they'll do it to me, they'll do it to each other, so I don't give a fuck. So, oh well. Like I say, no honor among thieves. You do it to me, probably do it to each other too. I mean, why the fuck not? Right? If I'm that easy, why wouldn't you do it to that person who you know better? Right? You know how they operate, right? So, especially if you know how to play a good game. Obviously, like I said, obviously. I'm case in point study, right? How easy are you? That's the question. Everybody thinks I'm complicated, but I'm not. Not that complicated. I can show you day and night my routines over and over. But truth be known, what makes me complicated is that you know it's wrong. You know it's wrong. And you have to wrestle with God, not me, about it. Can you do it? No, couldn't. Don't have to explain anything to me. I already know. Could be bad, could be good. Could be bad, could be good. But yeah. One time I met this girl that I had in a class at K-State Manhattan. She was handicapped though. She couldn't walk. I think she had cerebral palsy. She needed help one time, so I gave her some help. I guess her leg fell off of her wheelchair. So I went ahead and helped her out with that. She sat right next to me. So. Yep. Anyway, I guess I learned my lesson well, right? Don't do that. Definitely not if you know someone. Leave them high and dry. And that's the bad. That's the big thing. Now I know. Now I know. Oh, man. Yeah, I'll probably need to get the fuck out of here soon. Before the shit hits the fan. Not for me, though. Don't act like I never told you. You should always tell your people what you plan to do and how you plan to do it. You shouldn't hide behind the curtain. You know what I mean. It makes it look shady as fuck. I heard a rumor. Anyways. Yes, I did. Ooh. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, baby. Didn't know how. I heard a rumor. Yes, I did. Ooh. You know, nothing like a cruel summer, right? But Bananarama back in the 80s, yeah. I think my sister liked it more than me, though. That was her girly music. So, yeah. I always heard her sing that stuff, so she sang a lot of songs. Until the 90s, where we all got kind of, alternative on each other. I still like bleached flannels. Bleached flannels. So, those are pretty cool. Yeah. Anyways, I still wear those freaking, oh yeah, Demna does too. The big lighter caps. Yeah. I still don't really know what they mean. I think it means something like squatter, but I don't know. That's what I heard, but oh well. I guess so. If I have to be. Let's clean this up. Got the bathroom clean again. Okay. Make sure those bugs don't want to come in here. Sorry, I don't normally just talk like this to everyone. I just feel like I have to because I'm on live. So usually I like to listen to music all the time. But now I felt obligated to keep my mouth running. And if I do talk to myself, it's usually in regards to how I'm trying to word things. But now you're hearing me like go freestyle on you. You know what that means? Britain freestyle. Freestyle. Oh shit. we'll get back to regularly scheduled programming, I guess, after I get everything done later. So, I don't know if I'm going to turn you off just yet. So, we'll close it out here for a second. It seems like I got heaps of garbage I need to throw out, though. I keep them in the boxes. So gross. Usually I take out my garbage at least once a day or every other day. I have to throw away that garbage. It's just too full. That looks cleaner and better. All right, I'm going to show you my clean bathroom. All right. Even though it's embarrassing and it's not really all that nice, so yeah, I'm sorry. It's really like not, but yeah. Toilet clean. So yeah, this is how we like it in Korea. So nice and clean. But sorry, there's some stains I can't get rid of. So yeah, it's a kind of garbagey bathroom, I know, but I vacuumed all the way down through there. So, but I need to get rid of all that stuff. I vacuumed here, but I need to put that away too. It's just hard, so vacuum and try to organize it. Anyway. I'm gonna take a break real quick, and then we'll get on my second installment. Get ready with James. Fun days today. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Sorry. Old nigga jeans walking with a king. Am I allowed? No, I'm probably not allowed to have this as a king. Though I'd like it. I've had it for years. I'm probably not allowed to have it as a king. My dad gave it to me, though. Yeah. My dad gave it to me. Used to like playing baseball as a kid. Really into baseball, but I didn't play on any team. Oh my, they did a fabulous job. They got that all cleaned up. That's nice. I mean, they really tore out all the bad stuff, but damn, they did a clean job. Look at this shit, you know. I've never seen this look this nice. Way to go, Mexican football team. They went above and beyond. Shit, they cleaned up the whole parking lot. Usually the parking lot is a fucking mess. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. How the hell did they end up? Anyways. Talk about going above and beyond. Shit, they even cleaned this area. Look at this. I can tell. Look at that. They don't even have to do it. How the fuck? Is it raining now? Is it raining? I think it's raining. No. Wow. They did a good job. Yeah. Wow. Leave that stuff away, I guess, huh? I guess that's the type of team you want working for you. In my opinion. I mean, they didn't even have to clean up the parking lot, especially not my, my walkway. Thank you, Mexican football team. Gracias. You guys did a great job. I can't imagine what the roof looks like. I bet it's amazing, but I mean, they tore out all the old stuff, so obviously they know what they're doing. It looks like some art pieces I've seen too, but yeah, real creative. I know there's an artist that likes to do stuff like that. But it's even better when it looks like that. That looks really cool together right there. Very construction inspired style. Yeah. It's kind of like factory fashion. You ever know what factory fashion is? No. If you work in a factory, there's a certain type of outfit you have to wear. So most of the time. So it's kind of like factory fashion. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Very Stalin, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah. Like smocks. You ever wear a smock before? No. I think the coolest place that had the coolest factory fashion I ever wore was Exide. Exide, yeah. They had pretty cool clothes there. So it was a coverall. It was like coverall, but short sleeve, I think. Yeah. Uh, like automobile, like mechanic cover. Always like those, but I don't like the color. I didn't like the color, but you have to wear that color. So, but yeah, I don't know, uh, you know. But where else? Always steel-toed boots. Steel-toed boots are like a necessary in factories, or slickers of some sort, like was steel-toe slickers and hard hats and face shields and rubber gloves and uh, you know, uh, you guys can identify, can you? Factory fashion. I guess it's like construction belts when you wear. Yeah. Anyways, so factory fashion. I don't think we really need factory fashion anymore, though. I mean, Denmark could come up with something. I'm pretty sure he could. Gervasala from Gucci. He always has that aesthetic, that working class man aesthetic. Kind of generic, you know. You'd go to like buy Walmart bags, you know. Um, yeah. Garbage bags, yeah. Stuff like that. Like factory fashion. It would be perfect instead of, you know. I don't know. What I would recommend is like the best factory fashion in town. Definitely Tony's and Exide. When I was working there, I don't know about Kabuto. No, when I went, I was working at Phillips. It was basically just your regular old working clothes and steel-toe boots, but yeah, factory fashion is pretty cool in certain places. Face masks and hair nets. Yeah. Hard hats. Um, if you ever work in like industrial places, like you really have to wear a lot of hard hats. So I have one. So I used to have like two or three of them. So yeah. I do have steel-toed boots. One is just kick to hell. The other one I like to save for like whatever. Ain't that a beautiful canvas? David, let's look. Oh yes, let's look at the canvas sky. Look how beautiful they did a job. Well done, even on my. Usually it doesn't look this nice in my opinion. I mean, look, they even cleaned out the leaves in there. There's a shit ton of leaves underneath there. They totally cleaned that out. I totally know who I'd get as a gardener if I ever needed one. Pay him buku dollars, professional gardener. If I like wanted to do that, you know, like I don't know, Versailles type of garden, garden, you know, like yeah. Um, Senor Jose Castaneda, professional gardener artist, known for his landscapes and art history. So, yeah, anyways. Are the Kansas skies pretty? I think so today. They're really pretty. Seems like they cleaned up really nice today. Yesterday they were dirty. I mean, they didn't have to do this, but they did. And why would you blow leaves that have been underneath there for like 5 years or 10 years or 20 years, you know, out of the way finally? They definitely clean that area up for me, except for that little leaf, but that's alright. I'll keep that leaf there. It's cute enough. Reminds me kind of like French, but yeah, clean that up for me. Anyways, but yeah, I really want that um, milk crate she has. I really want that milk crate. So I have something to sit on that won't buckle and fall on me. But anyways, I don't steal shit like that. I don't steal people's shit. The only time I steal shit is if I work at a place and I need shit to complete work somewhere else for that place. So if I have to print out 50,000 pages for something, I'm gonna take some paper from work, and I'm not gonna go to Walmart and buy like $100 worth of paper. I think at least I deserve like a couple paper stacks to do my work if I need to. I know I'm not supposed to do it after hours, but sometimes the time is on crunch, you know, and you gotta make sure it sounds good and perfect. A lot of revising. I don't know anyone, they always tell me in college, revise, 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 so try my best. So, I don't know. It has to have a reason, you know, like, okay, I stole an oven mitt from Tony's. Alright, that's it. Paper. Try to do that confidential plastic bag thing, whatever. And oven mitts from Tony's. So I guess I can get charged for that. Oven mitts, paper, and confidential trash bags. Anyways. I don't have any more of the confidential trash bags, but I still have like a couple sheets of the paper and oven mitts. So, scene of the crime. Send me to jail, I guess. I better shut the window before I do anything. Might have stole a slice of pizza though. A lot of slices of pizza. Sorry. Can't help it. Who doesn't? So, sometimes you gotta take some home. Anyway. We'll get to my next installment, and then I gotta get back to work again today, so. Kind of pizza I always, you know what? Here's a secret pizza I really like from Tony's. All right, this is the secret one. It's not their name brand one. It's like their Schwann's one. It's like the sausage and pepperoni one. I'm sorry, they're vegetarian. I'm sure they have like a supreme one without the meat in it, but yeah, their Schwann's one. The Schwann's one. Not Red Baron, not Tony's, and but the Schwann's one. That's the top of the line. That one's really good, in my opinion. In my opinion, I don't know. Maybe the ingredients are just better, but it's kind of like for me, like when I used to eat it, like a delicacy, I guess. Whatever. But that's a secret one. I guess you have to pay more for it. But their ice cream is good too. I don't like the mint chocolate chip, but I've eaten a lot of it. But people like it. I just don't like the taste of mint and chocolate together. It reminds me of toothpaste. But yeah. Anyways, I'll get back to you guys later.